A very warm welcome to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 11. You're watching our very special Eye on Dubai series, and today our focus is on young entrepreneurs in Dubai who are making a significant impact across different industries. Abhishek Sengupta will be first in conversation with Vaibhav Kashyap, CEO and co-founder Wellx, and in the second segment, he'll be speaking to Naveen Bharadwaj, CEO of Trescon. Now, Wellx is transforming the industry with advanced data analytics, creating personalized wellness experiences for individuals, families, and companies. In conversation now with Vaibhav Kashyap, co-founder and CEO Wellx, to get a better understanding of how exactly they're disrupting the industry. Over to you, Abhishek.
This month, we are talking about young startup founders here in Dubai that's significantly influencing a cross-section of industries using tech and its transformative powers. One such name is Vaibhav Kashyap, the 33-year-old co-founder and CEO of Wellx, a company that's using cutting-edge AI data analytics tools to hyper-personalize the wellness experience for its clients on the back of a $2 million seed funding. Join me for his story. Vaibhav Kashyap, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Abhishek.
You are the CEO and co-founder of a startup called Wellx. It's about a year and a half old, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And you calling it first of its kind insurtech platform that sort of rewards individuals, families for certain health and fitness goals that they achieve. Why don't you tell us a bit more about Wellx? What's the story behind it?
We have to acknowledge is that nobody really wants to buy insurance. What they want is to not fall sick. What they want is to not have an accident. And traditional insurance products don't really help people in leading a healthier life. They don't help people reduce the likelihood of something going wrong. And so we're trying to align incentives by creating an insurance product that actually focuses on helping people lead a healthier life. And as they do that, they get rewarded for it and they pay less in terms of premiums. So it's creating a virtuous cycle for good, but using insurance as a way of financing it. One of the challenges you face working in insurance is that people tend to look at you as, oh, it's such a boring industry. You're maybe not there to really take care of the customer. And that's a fight that we really wanted to take on. And by aligning the incentives in the way Wellx is doing, by becoming a care partner, we're hoping to change the way people perceive the insurance industry and look at it as somebody there to take care of you, provide peace of mind and well-being.
Yeah. Now, talking about insurtech, I mean, it's a term that we sort of come across very often these days, especially here in Dubai. And as I understand, it's basically implementing tech and its huge impact in the overall industry. Now, how do you see that disrupting the market here in Dubai?
So I think insurtech started off very, in a very basic manner where you're digitizing the onboarding journey or how somebody buys insurance. But you've seen it evolve over time to well beyond that. Now insurtech can mean improving the pricing process. It can mean improving the claims process. It can mean improving customer experience, making it via an app, using AI to have much better conversations with your customer and align the journey. So there's a lot that's happening. I think the region is playing catch up with the global insurance industry, but it's moving very quickly. And so the past 3-4 years, you've seen all the insurers come on board on digitization, but now they're very willing to implement more and more technologies to make their operations more efficient, but also improve the experience they give to their customers.
Yeah, I'm sure. In fact, when you talk about the growth, I think the global industry is valued at somewhere around just under $5.5 billion, and it's expected to sort of grow at about just over 52% compounded annual growth year on year between now and 2030. So you see a huge potential. Is that a number that you are looking at, how big a market India is, and how encouraging are these numbers for you?
So India is a huge opportunity. So India is severely underinsured, right? Penetration is very low, but as the economy improves, and as you see a lot of the population move from sort of the lower classes into the middle class, they have much more affordability. There's a lot more to protect from an insurance standpoint. The penetration and value that insurance can bring to the Indian people is massive. So from our perspective, especially given that we are focused on health and well-being post-COVID has become absolutely essential for everybody. India is a massive market. If you look at, for example, cult fitness, the way cult fitness has grown in India, it's a testament to how important well-being has become to the Indian population. But insurance yet hasn't really penetrated in the same way, and it's because of the value and the promise and the messaging that insurance has yet to deliver. So we're securing home base, right? We're getting a lot of insights, a lot of learning. We're understanding how well-being and prevention can make the insurance product a lot more effective and a lot more cost, a lot cheaper for the end consumer. And then with these learnings, given the demographic of the UAE and the region has so much of the subcontinent in it, those learnings can then be applied to India as well. And so we will be equipped with all the tools that we need to be successful in India and hope to enter the market within next 2-3 years.
Now let's take you to numbers and data. How important are those, crunching the numbers that you get in sort of giving your customers, especially in a place like Dubai, where you have a very, very diverse sort of customer base. They come from different countries, speak different languages, different walks of life. How important are these insights, and how often do you look at these as an insurtech founder?
Yeah, so I think data is the core of insurance, right? It's all built because you're effectively selling a promise that we will cover something bad when it goes wrong, right? And that's all built on data, either historical data or now with our abilities of tracking and using wearables and behaviors based on your phones, etc. Real-time data. Data privacy is extremely, extremely important. So we make sure that all data that we do collect is well taken care of, and the customer's needs are right at the center of it. But crunching that, seeing the insights, understanding what kind of behaviors trigger what kind of illnesses, and what kind of illnesses trigger what kind of claims, so that we can optimize that journey. So we can tell you, walk so many steps, sleep so much, eat this kind of food, so that you don't have a diabetes claim in the future.
Right. So
that you have, as an individual, have a much better life experience. But for the insurance industry, you're saving money because you're not constantly paying out more claims.
Now, talk us through a bit about the startup ecosystem. I mean, we hear a lot about the buzzing ecosystem that Dubai has built around this emirate.
I think Dubai and the UAE have really, really invested in the future economy, right? And they do see the startup ecosystem as driving phenomenal growth for the nation. And for that, they've made doing business very, very easy. Setting up the company in DIFC was extremely easy. Getting support from the network and the ecosystem is extremely easy. It's not that big, right? There's not that many players. Everybody knows each other, and everybody's backing each other.
But having said that, Dubai has also eased a lot of legislations over the last several months. You've seen how the visa regime is now so easy for so many people to come here, set up their business, and pretty much get down to work from day one. There are a lot of other legislations in the banking and finance sector as well. Overall, how has that helped boost the ecosystem?
I think so. Like both ADGM and the DIFC have made it very easy. We had the innovation license in the DIFC. It took about a couple of weeks to set up, very, very low cost. And that gives you access to effectively the DIFC network. They're really, really there to support you.
Right.
And it's just a super easy way to get started. That's why all these startups are there in the ecosystem. And I think that's happened over the last few years. It wasn't the case 5, 6, 7 years ago. And we speak to VC funds, we speak to startups that were trying to set up 7, 8 years ago. It was far more difficult, and they really, really eased up on the regulation. The freelance visas, all that kind of stuff really helps as well. Helps bring good talent in without all the additional administrative burden that they're on the startup as well. So they've made it a lot easier, and I think they continue to do so because they really do believe in the economic power successful startups and technology companies can drive for the region.
Just one last question. As a young, you're 33,
Yeah.
you're a startup founder, and I'm sure you have now taken on mentoring the young startup founders that are aspirational. What's your roadmap to success as a founder here in Dubai? How would you sum that up? How would you define the roadmap to setting up business here in Dubai?
So I think, especially in Dubai, really understanding what the challenges are that are being faced by the customers, and understanding what people are willing to pay for before you go out and build anything has been our biggest strength. We went and sold before we built anything, and that really helped inform what you actually end up building. So that's I guess a piece of advice that everybody would get, and then it really has to marry with the Dubai story.
Yeah.
Dubai has, I grew up here when Mazaya Center was the last place, and there was nothing all the way to Abu Dhabi.
Sheikh Zayed Road was barren patch of land,
exactly.
both sides.
And the whole city is built on the story of growth, of innovation, of being supportive, and eye on the prize, and let's do it better than the rest of the world. Whatever we do has to marry in with that, because that's the narrative of the city. That's how we thought about it, and I think that's what's really helped us be successful so far.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Vaibhav, for your time today, and we wish you all the luck and upwards and onwards from here on.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. I appreciate it.
Well, it's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.